Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of ODA, and thank you so much to everyone that got involved and your feedback on last week's episode with pop superstar BB Rexa. This week's episode, another superstar who I'll introduce you to in just a second, but if you're watching on YouTube, would love it if you hit subscribe. That's how you can show your support that way. If you're listening to us in the car, on YouTube, on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, hit download as well. It gives us some love in that way. If you're interested in having your business advertised through it and you align with our vision, what we're doing, you like what we do, get in touch as well on my socials. And there's a range of packages available at the moment as well. Now, this man this week, Fitim Krasniqi, is such an incredible story you're going to hear. He is a superstar actor, writer, producer as well, on some massive projects that all of Hollywood are getting behind. The entire world is going to get behind. He's going to become a household name around the world very soon. He already is amongst Albanian circles, but everyone is going to know him. When you hear some of the projects that we speak about, it is just so exciting, which we cover, and his personal story from the Kosovo War, which was obviously tragic as well, to lead him to where he is and using that as inspiration for what he does now. It's truly an inspiring story you're about to hear. I even asked him, he's got some A-list actors he's signing up on a project he's about to start work on. The rumours are that Robert De Niro may be playing his father as well in that story. So I'll ask him about that and so much more for the next guest on ODA, Fitim Krasniqi. Fitim Krasniqi, it really is an honour to have you on this, especially with how big the next few months is going to be in your life. I know a lot of Albanian people around the world are very excited for this, but I also know that even though you are quite a household name within our circle and our diaspora, I know that you're going to become a household name amongst everyone very soon. And I say that because you've got some very exciting projects coming up. First of all, thanks for your time. See ya, Yamir.
Mir, from the city.
Mir. Now you're
Thanks
live.
for having me. It's amazing too.
I'd like to get to know you first because we've spoken a bit on social media and stuff like that, but I try not to, I don't want to know too much because I like to, have these conversations in person like we're having coffee or like you're in my order right now. So is it right you're from Mitrovica originally?
No, I'm from Peja.
Yeah.
So I'm from a small village called Vranac, which is like 10, 15 minutes away from a city.
Cool.
Been here in New York for 18, almost 19 years. So I just try to enjoy the New York life.
So we're basically brothers. You know my father's from Peja.
Oh, really?
Yeah, from
Great.
Peja, the Shala family, right in the middle of Peja there.
That's amazing.
Yam Pejani.
Pejani.
It's a beautiful
It's,
city, isn't it? That
it
whole
is.
area is it's stunning.
It's beautiful. We shot two movies in there, and when a lot of actors and like from Los Angeles and like, wow, is this existing player in Kosovo? Like, yeah, of course exists. They were shocked.
Have you had a chance to bring any of them over there, or is it a lot of in your upcoming films, which we are going to speak about, mainly a lot of Kosovo actors and actresses?
No, 90% of the movie which we work with actors there was from LA, Los Angeles, and
Oh,
there was some from Greece, there was some from Philippines, from uh, Japan. Like I like to mix, like to do like international actors. Like I want to get audience from worldwide.
well, sorry, I'm just my wife's just brought in a coffee for me. It's very Albanian, very fitting.
That's great, man. Lucky you.
I'm very lucky, if I do say so myself. I like that you've done that, and I know some people will say, "Oh, why don't you just use people from Kosovo and things like that?" But I actually think it's a really good thing you're doing because it's so important. Obviously, yes, to use people from our own background, but I think to bring in other people because we really want to show off Albania and Kosovo, in particular, to the rest of the world, because we have so much to give, which is, a lot of what this podcast is about. Is that part of the planning in your idea when shooting these films and picking who's going to be in them?
So basically, since we're doing this, I can call it job, like, or kind of business, I decided to shoot most of my movie in Kosovo for two reasons. One is I want to promote Kosovo and Albania to the world. We are a small country and we are not like, like United States or Australia or whatever. So, but we have a lot of to show to the world. So my idea was to kind of show the world what we got and bring more tourists in there and bring more like love, more future for the people. And another reason was because of I want like a young actors which they never have a chance to leave Kosovo or producers they have a chance to be part of the movies like one movie, another one. So let's say like one film director like somebody face or like somebody does act. American people they will get actor right away, so they will call them and they can move on to like Hollywood or different movie industry in the world or in US or so.
Of
That was
course.
like two reasons why we choose Kosovo to shoot and beautiful locations. Like people
Oh,
are good, food is like amazing. So you know how it is.
well, and that's kind of the point of this podcast as well. Is we have so much to give and to show the world. So it's so nice, and the different people I speak to, like yourself, like they're using music or sport or the cinema world to show off what we have, and it's a running theme I think, Fitim, that I speak to with a lot of people. How and I love your thoughts on this. How does a place like Kosovo and the Albanian people, who, like you said, it's a small country, small population, yet we're seeing so much success. And I'm not just saying success within Albanian circles, and what we're seeing international success in Hollywood, in music. I work in radio, and there's so many famous singers from Kosovo specifically that we're playing in international radio. Look, there are so many superstars coming from such a small country. Why is that?
So first, we are hard worker people. We've been through the hell during the war, and we were so hungry to work and to prove ourselves like we're the best or we do the best to like success. I'm gonna give you a small example. We did a movie called Boxing Kid. Is the first one in the world.
When is that coming out?
Hopefully by September, latest like beginning of October, will be worldwide.
Amazing.
The Boxing Kid is like we kind of try to combine like uh, poor kids or drug kids which they lost everything and then ends in the street and homeless who was like lost everything. Guess what? He become the like world like best trainer in the world and the boxer best one in the world. So what happened here? We shot completely in Kosovo. So now that movie, my goal it was when I write a script, every kid in the world to watch. So our goal is every kid in the world is going to watch Boxing Kid because we have a franchise. We're doing Boxing Kid one, two, three. Every continent we're gonna do the Boxing Kid. So
Wow.
the point is now the first one is shot in Kosovo. The best part, like every kid will learn about Kosovo. That was my goal since the first day I started writing a script. So it's just like promote our country, our people. We have great talent. We have great actors. Everybody speaks English in there. Every actor I had in Kosovo, believe it or not, that was so exciting. All of them, they was so happy. Well, like, when is gonna be next project? Like,
Yeah.
let's chill. Let's finish this first.
Kadal, kadal.
But so that is something that is my dream, and just again, a small country. We have handsome guys, beautiful girls. Why not show the world?
Yeah.
Beautiful locations. No, so it doesn't have to be like million actors or hectares, but even if you have a small part, it's beautiful. Show the world what we got.
Yeah, it's so true. I always say, like, when you get suppressed or suppress people for a certain amount of time, eventually that creative or whatever it is suppression, it bursts. And I feel like that's what's happened to Kosovo. Is you can only push people down for so long before they become almost like butterflies, free to the world, which is so cool. And it's so cool to see you doing this. Have you seen much support through this project? And we'll talk about a journalist mission in a second as well. But are you having support from the Kosovo government and stuff welcoming you in, or has it been mainly self-funded, trying to build, trust off many people?
Believe me, I like Kosovo and the people, everything regarding support, not really. Because our movie cost kind of like a lot of money. So first they don't have big budget, and second we do like they have some laws in there. You have to make like Albanian language movie, not English. So my movies, all of them, they are all in English because it's like we're doing that for international market,
Yeah.
and we didn't even kind of need them in that, but not really because so far we invest our own money. Some of the movies we did with investors too, or
Yep.
partners, I can call that.
Yep.
But the government, not really.
Okay. Yeah, it's interesting. That's some of the feedback I get in terms of podcast, and sometimes you do hear that feedback. Oh, why don't you do it in Albanian as well? First of all, if you I don't know if you know much about my history, my story. There's a reason I can't speak fluent Albanian, but also the fact is I want this to be heard not just by Albanians. Don't get me wrong; it's for our people, but for people internationally, and put a highlight like that. So I love that you said that. It's really cool. Now, in the Boxing Kid, I do know the boy that plays the Boxing Kid is from Kosovo as well. Is he a relative of yours? I did see he shares the same surname.
Well, it's my nephew,
Wow.
and I will tell you a quick story. I was kind of boxing with him like a year and a half, and he said, he came to me, he's like, Uncle or Oj, like in Albanian,
Oh,
how come nobody did in the boxing? They're like, what are you talking about? There are multiple movies. Like, no, there are not. And I did some research and I called my film director, which I work, Louis Mendelor, like, why nobody did this? Like, well, yeah, there are some of them. Like, there are not. So basically, we kind of put all things together. We work for a couple months, and was I write the script, and then um, it was his kind of like idea, which he gave to me, and he did like different movies. He was different movies as an actor, and yeah, he's my nephew, and I love him. Sometimes I want to hit him, but still family. And he did a good job, so that's why like pushed me back a little bit to hit him. So he's
how
still
old
a
is
good one. What's that?
Savjech?
Now he's 15, or going for 16,
Okay. Wow.
which he's preparing because hopefully by end of this month, I mean end of this year, we're gonna shoot another one in Thailand. So he still have 1 or 2 more years to box, and after that's gonna be God knows some trainer or something else.
Wow. Yeah, I was going to say he'll be blowing up the next Rocky.
I
You need
know.
if you need any Australian Albanian radio presenters that can act. Thailand's not far from Australia, so we'll talk.
Absolutely, yes.
Can't box, but we can talk. We'll see. I can always learn. Uh,
Actually, and our plan is to shoot one of the box ticket in Australia too, in Africa, in India, like 5 or 6 continents, like 5 or 6 different movies. So it was, as I said, we have a franchise, so nobody can do a box ticket in the world. So we try to make it like different franchise movies, and hopefully we can be like successful. Again, it's not about the movie, only the movie, or about the money. It's like the kids can learn something. Doesn't matter how much you get hurt, doesn't matter where you end, but matter is never give up. Try to find a way to go up more and more. Everybody has problems, everybody has ups and downs, but if you never give up, and if you try to find a way to do your best all the time, there are ways how to be successful. So that was the idea when we start, and hopefully we're gonna continue doing better
That's a good
always.
message. That's a really good message as well. So that's going to be out later this year. I'm guessing you'll have a premiere worldwide for that. You wrote
uh,
that? Did you write that one yourself?
Absolutely, yes, yeah.
That's fascinating. Like for me, like I remember being in school and writing, an English essay would take me hours, and I was so, it's not my strong point, even though I do radio and podcasts and television for work. Back then, I couldn't stand just writing an English essay, let alone writing an entire film script. Obviously a passion of yours, and you do it very well because we're seeing some great success and more success to come for you. How long does it take something like this for Tim to from start to finish in terms of writing?
Well, first of all, I write like a first called like structure of the script, which take me like a couple of days. Then I leave it for like a couple of weeks, and I start again because you have to think over and over and to see what you did wrong, what you did right, what you have to add or to remove it. Then they take like 2 times or 3 times to rewrite. Then I send to some people, which they are in LA, most of them, and we kind of exchange the idea. I will put this here. We'll put. They do same with their own script. So kind of work with them. All of them, they are like in this business for a long time. So basically, like couple weeks to couple months depends of how serious they want to do it. If you want to like do like fast, you can do like in a couple weeks or a month. But if you're not a rush, like I have like 43 scripts ready to start shooting tomorrow, which means like time to time I was like just have an idea, write a script, leave it there. Whatever time comes, shoot it
Wow,
or set.
that's amazing. Especially being
Uh,
Albanian as well. Slowly, slowly. Have coffee first. Here we go. A little bit here, a little bit there. It's the best. I want to. So, what's your background? Because obviously now you're getting a lot of success through the international movie world and whatnot. Were you always into acting? When did you end up moving to New York? How old were you then?
well, I came to New York 2007.
Yeah.
Uh, I finished. It was my dream to go into Kosovo for acting, but after the war, which 1999 finished, I tried to enroll in 2000, but it was so hard because we've been so much through like the war and burning everything and no house, no money. They killed my father in the war. It was like kind of tough that time, so I used to just write kind of essays, kind of script, and just leave it there. I came 2007 here, started working as a immigrant, different jobs, and like, you know what? I'm going to start doing movie this year. I'll push another year, but all the time I used to write script and leave it there, write script and leave it there. Until one day I was like, you know what? I called my brothers like, I'm done. It's like, what do you mean? Like, we're going to start making the movies.
Wow.
It's been like 3 years and a half, which we start really like 100% focusing. 3 years now, we start to invest and start to produce movies. So but before it was like just kind of hobby, kind of dream, which I was afraid even to dream. But again, when you really decide do something, nobody or no one can stop you. Just you need to have a little bit push and a little bit will, and you will make it.
Yeah, but for Tim, and it's so good, and you're so right, and that's very inspiring. But there is a lot of people out there that do have dreams and do have desires and do want to, land on the moon, but they don't do it. So, eh, do you think it's because of obviously, it comes from within and a bit of a character that your parents installed inside you and stuff like that. But I'm much the same, and I know I keep going back, but us Albanians seem to have it a little bit more, and I think that's why we are seeing a lot of success. Um, there's a difference between saying it and actually making your dreams come true. So if you were to go, I'd love to do that, to now actually doing it, having, Hollywood level, like I've been fortunate enough, and thank you for sending me the trailers and stuff as well. It is like, I don't think people, especially Albanians, but globally as well, are ready for what's about to come out later this year. Are you ready?
Yeah. So let me tell you something. There only death does not have a choice. Everything in life has a choice.
Hmm.
If you want it, you can do it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like to do it. Well, no, you don't like it because if you really like it, you have to put some offer, you have to find a way, and you will do it.
Hmm.
So there's no way on earth without making if you really want it. I came here like through the like Mexico border with nothing at all, no English, no paper, nothing. And I never stopped because I want to get to the point which is my dream. But
Hmm.
to get to your dream, you need to work. You need to find a way. There's no way without having a way to make it happen. I mean, like, as you said, I want to go in the moon, but if you don't work, if you don't find a way how to go in the moon, you will never get there. But if you just dream and sleep all day, like, I want to go in the moon, without work, it doesn't work.
Yeah, so true. So when you first got through to America in '07 and you got in, like you said, what was the first thing you did there? How did you kind of make your way to where you are now, like in terms of work? What sort of things were you doing? Because it's not all Hollywood cameras and producers and directors and writing films, is it?
Well, I've worked like different job as like every immigrant when it came to this country. As I said, with no English, no paper, no green card, nothing. I worked different job for like 8, 9 months, and then after that, I was like, you know what? It's a place which you can do a lot if you want it.
Yeah.
And I started open my company, like doing construction, then management, and different type of real estate, and flipping. And um, I try kind of to all the time to risk, because every big risk has a good reward.
Yeah.
And sometimes you fail. The business is not always like, good. If that fails, start something else, jump something else, make something like for yourself instead to work for somebody. Like I finished a college, but it's great to have it. But um, if I invest more money or more time in a business, I will be like way better successful than I'm now. Which is, again, it's I'm not against the school or college, but you have to jump to risk.
Yeah.
I don't care if I lose. You win next time, because every how many times you fell down, you get stronger, and you move up more stronger than you fell, and you learn from the mistakes. You learn from failure. It's not something like, what, I want to just do it, and I'm afraid it's going to happen. Of course, it's going to happen,
Yeah.
but you get stronger. You know more. You get something like really going to make you like better person, better in business, better in life, and everything. That's how I see it. I mean,
No, that's an amazing message, and I think like Fitim as well. Like it's not just those things that made you into who you are now. Also, some of the experiences you've had, and so many people. It's so easy for me, being raised in Australia. Obviously, my father being from Pia, but he was born, in Australia in the '60s. So very far removed to what happened in the late '90s, and to a lot of people listening, and to yourself, it's still very raw, and I'm so far away, and until you get there and see things for yourself, or the people I speak to that experienced it. And I remember I went to the first time I came to Kosovo in 2019 and met my family for the first time. My uncle, my Judgy Isa, shout out to him. He, watches he's in between Germany and Pia at the moment. But he made sure, and him and his brothers, all my uncles, they took me to Adem Yashari to see the house. And that is where, and I heard the stories about my house, a family house in Pia burning down. You hear, but until you see like bullet holes, fresh bullet holes still in houses and stuff, that's when it really hits you that this is a real thing that real people, sharing the same blood as me went through. And you yourself you went through that. And you mentioned earlier, and I know you like to open up a little bit about it. And if you don't mind, you sadly lost your father during the war. How how do you bounce back from something as hard as that? I can't even imagine. It's so easy. Like I said, look at me here in Australia. Like I can't even imagine what you've been through.
well, every bullet doesn't kill you, make you stronger. They killed my father, and we was 16 years old. My brother was like 17 years old, and we saw what happened. It was like extremely hard. But again, you have to live, you have to run to survive during the war in Kosovo. We get shot, we stayed basically entire time in the Kosovo War. Besides of like, I mean, we lost everything. Basically, all what we had, I mean, what it was left, it was our clothes on,
Mm.
nothing else. Even no food. I stayed like 5 days with no food, so I'm still alive.
Oh,
But um, it's some experience which I wish never nobody experienced that. But again, you have to find a way how to live, find a way how to move on with next day, and like you wake up in the morning, like, well, I'm gonna live tomorrow today or not, and I'm
yeah.
gonna wake up tomorrow. So it was hard, but again, if the bullet does not kill you, it'll make you stronger.
It's true. It's yeah, it's very true. I heard you speak recently about, and I'm not sure if it's still happening. You've spoken about, you've written a movie or in the process of one that hasn't come out or is coming next year about the war and your experience. And you did mention you'd like, or Robert De Niro playing your father. Is that still happening, or is that still a chance? What's happening there?
Well, we're gonna do the big movie. That I can guarantee you. The movie which uh, I'm preparing for a long time, and it's been like 2 years, like working every day in that movie. And that we're supposed to shoot like next month, basically, but there are a lot of actors, like big actors, that is gonna cost us way more than
I can imagine.
I thought, to be honest.
Yeah.
And now for I don't want to rush things. Like the movie which I'm going to do is going to be for my father, for Chaco massacre, for all Kosovo people, Albanian people, and if it's take another couple weeks or months, I don't care. We wait 27, 28 years.
Oh, of
I'm gonna
course.
wait a couple more months, but when the movie's gonna make it, you know what? Like just uh, the day I'm gonna finish that movie, if I die next day, I will be most happiest person in the world.
Yeah,
That
that
means
is.
so much to the movie. So I don't want to just like do a movie. It's like well, you know what? He did the movie,
That's
but
your
the movie,
Everest moment, isn't it? Being able to do a movie that is your personal story and put all your resources, time, money, effort into that. I don't know you're doing many other ones which are amazing, but into that's the dream role, isn't it? Yeah,
I wait 27 years, 28 years to make that movie. First, and took me like almost 3 years to write the script. I
wow,
write and rewrite. I broke the computer because I was like everything, what like during you write the script, everything got back to my memory, which it was so hard. Like it's so hard for somebody to understand because you basically, as a script writer, you're completely back to what happened, and it's not that easy because war when it was war in Kosovo was 16, 17, almost 18. You have to run, you have to fight, you have to do anything to survive. But after like 20 some years, you're sitting on a computer and everything comes in your brain and your memory, what happened. That is triple hard. But after working a lot, after I hired two, like one of them kind of Oscar winner script, another one is a great friend. We've worked with them for months. Some of them went to Kosovo, collect more information because I was like, guys, this movie, there's no joke.
yeah,
I can do another 10, another 20, I don't care. But this one has to be or the best of the best or none. So that's why it took so long. Even now, it's going to take a little bit longer than I expect because they are big crew, big actors, and to hire big, like, what's called A-list actor, they have some rules, they have some unions, and they have some, like, I mean, they ask for I don't want to know that. I mean, I don't want to even get to that part. But it's so much.
yeah,
But I'm ready for anything they want. It. You want something? Here you go. Done. Another one? Take it. But with agents, with managers, with
time,
like
yeah,
time. No, but the thing is, there are a lot of actors. You give them the time, this month, this month, this month. Half of them they respond. They are okay. But the other half, which already most of them we pay them, which is like down payment. Now we have to wait to find that middle, which all of them they're available to shoot it,
yeah. There's
and
some.
it's not easy. Believe me.
Are you allowed to say anyone that's lined up for that, or is it all
Oh
hush?
yeah, they're gonna be big names. They're gonna be some people which when I was kid, it was my dream to watch their movie. Forget about playing with them.
Wow. Are you allowed to say any of the names yet, or is it all quiet?
Not. I mean, we're just waiting. Like we're gonna do a big press conference hopefully soon. I
Yep.
already some of actors before we start shooting. They're gonna be in Kosovo because I want to do like Kosovo. I want to shoot exactly like when my father get killed, exactly the same place. That was my dream since the first day happens.
Wow.
So
Goosebumps.
that's why like probably we're gonna do like press conference in the same place which they killed my father. And but I'm sure gonna be like some names which again, when I meet sometimes I have a coffee or dinner with them, I was like, really? I mean, like extremely excited, but extremely excited because I'm gonna show the world again what happened. Like,
Yeah. And people need to hear this story because, like so many wars, it's so raw to I'm sure yourself and many of our people, but a lot of the rest of the world moves on and forgets. But it's like, hang on a second, this is still very real to us. This happened not 100 years ago. This is 2 decades ago. This is real. Look how young you are, and that happened to you when you were 16, 17 years old. Like it's full on. That's a beautiful thing that you're doing. It's going to be very big, and that's going to be massive, massive. I'm looking for. I come back on the once you do that press conference announcement, we'll have a chat about a few of the
absolutely,
people. Um, there is, in the
absolutely.
meantime, you've got a big movie coming out, also on the war, in just a couple of months. I've been lucky enough to see the trailer for that as well for Tim. Journalist Mission. Can you talk to us about that project? Because that's quite a touching story as well.
Yes. So, uh, war in Kosovo happens, and because of United States and because of NATO, Kosovo gets freedom. Of course, because of UÇK, Kosovo Liberation Army, which there was like a lot of men and women which like sacrificed their life and they fight with whatever we can. I was part of that. So after I write the first script, which we're gonna do for my father, I was like, hold on, why I'm not gonna do a movie to thank United States people, United States government, and
Yeah.
NATO. So called journalist mission because like in Kosovo during the war, especially like during the massacres, which happens a lot, the journalists there was the people which show the world what exactly happens in Kosovo.
Cool.
So basically, it's a war movie, drama war movie, with the different actors from United States, from New York, LA. We have actor from Ireland. We have actor from Philippines, from Greece, from UK. So we just try to bring all different actors from different country. We are going to do a premiere hopefully in September when
Yep.
United Nations is going to be here in New York. My goal is to, which we're going to, and we're working with the hopefully Kosovo embassy. We try to invite every NATO member or UN member. So kind of thank them and thank United States people and United States government for what they've done. I believe that they have big deserve. They deserve to thank from a heart, and
Mm.
that's why we did that movie. I read the script too, and I believe it's gonna be like world movie, meaning that it's like every NATO member, every U.S. citizen, every uh, U.S. government I'm going to invite and I'm gonna um, kind of show to them like this movie is guys to thank you. Thanks for what you've done for our country. Thanks for saving million lives.
Wow.
As you know, in Kosovo happens a lot of stuff, and I believe they deserve respect and they deserve thanks. So to honor them, basically, that's it called journalist mission.
Who's going to be playing the girl in that, and where did that story come from? Is it based on a true story? This one.
It's based on true events, not 100% true story, because it happens like a case long time ago with a journalist during the war in Kosovo. So we kind of get that story and we develop in that like kind of how we call it Hollywood standard, Hollywood way. So like it's more kind of to show like how United States get in war to save one little girl, which was U.S. citizen, and then like by the law, United States or NATO, there wasn't allowed to go Kosovo, and like what happened, NATO and US start bombing Serbia because of whatever negotiating failed. So it was kind of mixed with what happened, completely what happened, like killing kids, killing women, killing entire schools, killing teachers, try to like rape women, like they rape a lot of like unfortunately like women and kill kids. So I tried with uh, as I said, like first I write the script, and we work with like two different script writer, which they've done like war movies, so kind of bring all together, like because United States started the war with Serbia and NATO just to save the life in Kosovo. So it's kind of what mixed up with not mixed up, but kind of mixed with the story how the U.S. went to war in Kosovo
Yep.
and what happened in Kosovo.
It looks incredible. Is this your first big release from what you've done in terms of writing and acting? Because you do star in this as well.
No, we did another movie called Prison of the War. We did in the Philippines about the
Right, a
World
few
War
years ago,
II.
wasn't it? Yeah.
We released in September 19 last year. It's doing
Yep.
great, like all over the world. We have Scott Atkins in there, Louis Mandalore, multiple different actors. And I
Oh.
was acting there, and it was best experience in my life because it was shot in jungle in Philippines, so it was like quite a story.
How do you prefer the acting, the writing, the producing? What's your favorite thing to do?
Well, before I was like, I mean, I prefer writing and
Yep.
producing, but I kind of started liking actor. I didn't know like I was good in acting. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try. So far, a lot of people's like, oh, just act more. I was like, I can do writing, so why not? Like, and producing, of course, because me and my brother, we kind of invest so far, and now we start working with investors or producers or co-producers. So we're kind of open to work with people who have experience, which they know how the business works, and they have like willing to make something big and good.
And your brother, you just mentioned him. You've mentioned him a couple of times. He's obviously doing great things. You work together a lot on all the projects you do together, or
All of them. We work
yeah,
on everything together. We have a big office in Mumbai, India, and Kosovo. Here in New York, LA, work with another partner in Los Angeles. So, but the main base or shooting part, most of them they are in Kosovo,
yep,
besides the Philippine movie, and we did another one in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. The rest we shot in Kosovo. We did another movie in Kosovo. It's called The Six, which was shot in Spelene Gadimas, Gadima Cave, and the Trepč in Mitrovic, because uh, I have a lot of actors that are afraid to go to Kosovo, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to shoot the movie directly in Mitrovica. So we
wow,
took the actors, we went to North Mitrovica, like it's free, like people talking, laughing, like where's the war? Like no war, bro. Here's like
no,
safe
no, yeah.
and they enjoy. So we did that to show the world, like even North Mitrovica or Mitrovica Beirut or Yug, it doesn't matter which one it is it safe?
Yeah, I think Fitim just came out. Kosovo just got voted the second safest country in the entire Europe. I think one
Mhm.
behind Iceland or somewhere like that. So that says a lot about, and we all know because we've been there what it's like. But for people that haven't, they do seem to get put off for whatever reasons. So that's why it's so cool doing projects like this and highlighting it to the world. People are like, oh, wow. And I've, even by talking about it, even at the radio station I work at, one of the guys right now is doing a European trip and was going to all sorts of countries, Czech Republic, Spain, France, like everyone seems to do Greece. But because of me talking about it, he's like, you know what, I'm booking in Albania. I'm going to, he's going to up to Lumia and trying to get him to Kosovo. He's saying, parts of Montenegro as well. So it's cool to be able to highlight. And over the last 5 years plus, you've seen how much more we're being put in a spotlight, and you can only imagine how big it's going to be 10 years from now. Is that part of you? You're still very young. We're all still very young. There's so much to go. What's your vision and what can you picture in the next generation from now for Kosovo, especially being the youngest country in Europe?
Well, after Boxing Kid release and after the war movie, Journalist Mission release, I guarantee you they're gonna be like double. I'm gonna say triple, but at least double tourists in Kosovo
Wow.
because we shot some amazing place in Kosovo. We have like a
Where'd
lot
you
of
go? Places like Rogov or?
well, we shot another movie called The Steel Heart in Rogov and
Yep.
Radovs, which is like in Bay. We shot that in that the Greek Rogos, how they called. So we shot it a different movie, which we shot. The other part, like Boxing Kid, we shot most of the part in Pristina because I want to show the world what beautiful city we have it, what beautiful place we have it.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Just like something that the kids running in this. I'm probably show the trailer, but it's gonna be out of the trailer soon. In the city of the Pristina, the kids running, and the camera goes. They see all the beauty of. This is something like I really enjoy watching. Even I shot by myself. I mean, I wasn't part of the movie. So the point is, after the movie is going to be like out, you will see big difference in Kosovo, and I believe that because uh, a lot of movie in the world they develop countries through the movie. A lot of country, like for example, let's say Abu Dhabi. Like nobody knows about Abu Dhabi before. Until Fast and Furious shot in Abu Dhabi. As soon as they shot, I was the first one to go. Like as soon as I saw the movie, I took the flight. Like where's the Abu Dhabi? I'm gonna go visit.
I do
Or
that too. When
Bangkok.
you watch a movie and you go on and Google where that is, you're like, that's on the list,
Let's go. I went
Yeah.
to Bangkok because I saw a movie where they shot in Bangkok. Like, wow, it's beautiful. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna watch it. So, how many million people there are like me, like that, which never heard about Kosovo, probably? So, with the movie, with this kind of experience they see in the movie, I'm sure there will be a lot of tourists,
Yeah,
and that's
it's
why it was like a main reason to shoot in Kosovo. and Albanian too, of course, because
Of
Albanians
course,
use
it's your way
well,
of. How's the
yeah.
response? We spoke about the government before, and it's been a bit quiet. I'm sure it won't be for long. But how has the response been from the people? I can imagine it's nothing but love and support. Do you find that mostly with Albanian people, it's all love, or do you find it a bit mixed at times?
I mean, with Albanian, I cannot kind of divide. For me, they're Albanian from Albanian, from Kosovo, from Montenegro, from
That's what it
Macedonia, whatever, they're Albanian.
is. Yeah,
As long as they have like, Albanian blood, for me, they're same.
yeah.
We are working with to make like another big movie, and I'm kind of working with a called Chandra Kinematografike Shqiptar, which from Albanian, to make the movie about the Jewish, which they write in Albanian. No one in the world said Jews during World War II because
We spoke
Albanians.
about this a few months ago, didn't we? Because I had Gashi talking about, obviously the rapper Gashi talking about why no one in Hollywood is making that, and we spoke. You're like, we're doing it. This is happening. So has that been written and shot, or is it in the works?
No, we are in the post-production, and we
Oh
are kind
wow.
of trying to find. We have the script, we have a pitch deck, half of the actors. We already kind of choose who's going to be where and how. Um, Hopefully we can get some sponsorship from government. It's gonna be like kind of big movie and like kind of big money too. So we're kind of working with some partners. Hopefully back next year, not this year because I'm like so busy this year. There's no way.
I
But
don't know
hopefully
how
next
you're
year
doing
we
it.
can start preparing. And I like to do that because again, as Albanian, as a Besa, I want to show the world like why we have a Besa, why we are Albanians.
Mm,
What does it mean Besa to the world? Like
yeah.
none, one single Jew gets shot or killed in Albanian. So the thing is, like, I want to show that to the world, and I've been studying a lot because when you write a script, you have kind of to put like everything together. Like
History,
you
yeah,
have to make it like 100% real,
yeah.
and the story, which is like gonna be amazing.
I was speaking to someone about the Bessa yesterday. I met him actually, an Albanian guy, and we were talking about how it does. It's a special connection as to your word and stuff like that. And I was trying to ask him about that connection to learn more. As I discovered more, he showed me he had it across both
Mhm.
hands. He's like, this is how big it is to our people. When you give your word back to the people, like it's so important. I think that's what makes us so and the people, especially coming from there, so loyal to our own people, and the support I receive, and I'm sure you receive through your work as well, from Albanians is overwhelming at times because we are so passionate people, which is really so cool, and I love that. But it's a fascinating story that going back, 60, 70 years, World War II, no other country took in that many Jews and saved them, like you said. So that's it. That's an incredible story to tell that often doesn't get told, right?
Well, first, like besides some big politician people which they talk mention about that, BSA exists for like 3,000 years. We are oldest people in Balkan or even Europe.
Yeah.
So
So we're
I mean, I've been studied that part a lot. I was like, how come like 3,000 years, these people never forget about Besa? So like, you know what? We're gonna do a movie to show the world what Besa is.
wow.
And again, not too many people talk about that. I studied the story, like I studied like completely how happened, what happened. I even talked to the people which they basically are part of, like because from Jewish become to like Albanian. So it's like a story which again deserves to tell in the world.
Definitely,
We
definitely.
are honor, we are like hard worker, we are like people which, you know, world deserve to know who we are.
100%. It's a great ending to this episode. Incredible episode for Tim as well. I just wanted to mention my father quickly, who's from a pair, like we said, as well, and he recently did, because he was raised by Australian parents. A long story short, for people that don't know it, he was adopted by an Australian family. Hence why my voice and accents like this, and not as Albanian, but and also my mum being from England. But he got his ancestry done a couple of years ago, and the ancestry traces. My mum got it done, and she's from England, and it's they show you a map of where you're from, and it's her bloodlines everywhere. It's English, it's Roman, it's there's Norway, it's right across the world, French, a bit of everything that you don't even know about, but you're English, right? my father had his done, and when we're talking about these things trace back generations and generations to the start of time. And it's interesting that our language is it's Indo-European. There's nothing like it. Nothing goes into it. That shows over time how people have been so, not just recently from 3,000 years ago, like you said. My dad got his results back with a small penny or coin. I don't know what you have in America if you still have coins. In Australia, it's like a 5 cent piece. You could draw where my dad's bloodline comes from, pretty well around Kosovo and a little bit of Albania and northern Montenegro. That's it. We've never had anyone in that bloodline outside of that area. So it shows, how we are. And many people would have the same thing. It's special juck. It's special blood. It's special people.
I was shocked another day because I was kind of study reading about like a root of Albanians, like Illyrt or Dardant,
Cool.
and the funny thing is because for 3,000 years like we were kind of occupy after occupy after occupy, and guess what? We never forget Albanian, never forget our language, our like roots or Besa. So I mean, I'm just like I'm kind of thinking like hopefully soon, like the way it goes, how I'm thinking, and of course God will to do some like kind of 3,000 years of like life. You know what I mean? Some kind of movie which, like again, for 3,000 years to be occupied like 1,000 times or 100 times and never forget your language, it's
Yeah,
not easy.
that's something special, isn't
the,
it?
the way how it transferred generation to generation and like 200 years or 300 years or 500 years there was no school, no books, no education, but they transfer mouth to mouth, people to people, family to family. It's like so impressed when you read. Sometimes I'm like, as much as I read more and study more because it's like big study, I was like, we're gonna do something, but hopefully soon.
Slowly, slowly. Avash, avash, I like to say, because you are a one busy man, and I'm so pumped for all these projects coming up. Whatever support and love you need, I'll be here. It's so nice to properly speak to you, for Tim, and I really appreciate your time on the podcast. And I'm sure this won't be the last time I'll have you on here. And when I'm in New York, I'll make sure we'll go for a beer, we'll have coffee, and we'll catch up properly.
Absolutely, it was a pleasure, and I cannot wait to meet you in New York. Probably I'll come to Australia because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
travel a lot, so it's
Please.
only continent which I didn't go there yet is Australia, and just because of busy, but hopefully soon, or New York, or probably Kosovo, which is better.
Actually, yeah, probably easier. That's where
We
I
we
often have catch
have
ups with people.
we're gonna do a premiere in Kosovo and Albania too, or New York. So I will invite you right now. So come any of the premieres, like will be amazing.
I really appreciate that. I would love to cover them. Just quickly, any dates to for people, because a lot of people are like, "How can we watch these movies? How soon?" Any dates you can confirm and say now for people to look forward to?
The journalist mission, hopefully by September 25th, 24th, 26th, we're gonna
Yep.
announce that soon. The boxing kid, it depends of the distributor. Like we are kind of negotiating because, as I says, the boxing kid, my dream it was, and it is, every kid in the world to watch it. So now we're negotiating with some big distributors, like somebody who has access worldwide,
Wow.
and to deal with them it's not easy. We've been like 4 months already, go back and forth,
Yeah.
and it's like hopefully soon we're gonna like now thank God we have Instagram and even press and stuff. It's gonna be like more easy the people to kind of see it and will. But for general exhibition for sure is September because again my goal is to bring all United Nation people in there. We gonna invite mayor, president of the United States, former presidents of and governments of the United States because of them we
With
both you and me and Costa will enjoy.
Yeah, of course. Well,
That's
we're
it.
really looking forward to that. Cannot wait to see more. For people that want to keep up to date as well, your Instagram, the best place. I've got it in the show notes and stuff like that. But yeah, that's the best place.
Yeah, absolutely. For
Awesome.
now.
For Tim, what an honor. I really appreciate it. Of course, can't finish without this. So thank you so much. And
Thank you
thank you
very
for
much.
sharing your story with us.
All right, thank you. It was a pleasure.